too.
What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How your mom and them? Hey, everybody. I don't know why John is still texting me because I told him I'm about to start the show, but he is texting. He's excited. I got to admit, guys, you know, I am no paramotor trainer. I would never try to accept that kind of job because of the responsibility, but John, hey, other Nick and Bill H and
Hey, Nick.
Frank Miser,
Bill,
Dire Thing,
Creed.
Scott, Ozman, Dire Thing. Did I say that? Frank Osman, yep. Creed. CC, Cloud Chucker, Trash Bag. Hopefully that's it. I think I got most of them in there. King Cobra, hey. So I would never consider myself. Hey, Tony, how's it going? I wouldn't consider myself a trainer, but
Hey, Bill. He can't multitask.
I'm trying to do both at the same time.
No, you're not.
Oh, thank you, Angela. Well, I don't think my videos are awesome. I just threw together what I filmed while I was in the air. Anyways, what I was saying about John, he is normally a foot launch guy. He's had some issues foot launching and landing a little rough sometimes, right? And you know, he had the inkling like, hey, I should get a trike, you know, like, you got a trike, I want to get a trike. So he bought a trike. No training whatsoever on a trike at all. And the trike, the only thing he's done is basically ride around his yard with the trike. He put his paramotor on there, rode around. So he has a Fly Products Rider Thrust, which is the same frame that I have, right? He's got the smaller hoop, but in all other respects, it's the same. Double hoop. Anyways, so I've been trying to get John to come get, you know, some tips or pointers or instruction, if you will, from me on flying that trike. So we got to the fly-in, and I think the first day it rained, right? Like Wednesday night.
He wasn't there Wednesday.
I know he wasn't.
Thursday.
Yeah, he wasn't there. He came Thursday. And I think he was there after the morning flight that I had. So Thursday afternoon was pretty calm winds, but it was still thermally, so you know, it wasn't time to fly, but it was good enough that he could practice trying to fly that trike. So we went out there to taxi, and I got to tell you, you know, I basically told him how to set up his wing, how to bring up the wing without putting too much stress on your cage, how to get centered under the wing, how much gas to give it, and then to let it off to smooth out, you know, and center your wing over your head. And dude picked it up like a natural. I've never seen.
Let's find out, Nick.
Yeah, New Bern, North Carolina from you. I'll be there June 9th. I don't know.
I just said, let's find out.
I know. Go find out. So anyways, we taxied. The very first taxi he had, his wing had a little bit of oscillation to it. It wasn't bad. I just told him to kill it because it was his first ever taxi with it, and I didn't want something bad to happen and maybe he get a line cut or anything like that. So
3 hours, Nick.
3 hours away from us. Okay. So we set him back up real quick, which literally takes 5 minutes. And he went for the second taxi. Second taxi was absolutely perfect. If it would have been the right conditions, I would have told him to take off. And he said he was tempted to because his wing came up absolutely perfect straight. And then we did it a couple more times. Every time his wing was perfect. I'm like, dude, you're ready. So Thursday night came, And, you know, I had my headset on. I called him on the phone so that I could talk to him on the headset. And he brought his wing up. It was perfect again. And I was like, you got it, dude. Give it gas and take off. And he did. And absolutely, not only did he do really good on the takeoff, from what I understand, I didn't get to see his landing because I was still in the air. But he said he had a pretty good landing too. So and that was he flew twice on that trike, which he had never flown it before. So he was really excited about that. I'm excited for him because flying the trike was so much easier. Hey, Will, and he
Hello, Will.
and the Parasock stealer. I'm the Parasock stealer. I'm sure you went to the store today to buy you something, Will. I'm just saying. But so yeah, John was happy. John actually got the Foxy trike, which is the trike that's made for my particular paramotor. It's a nice trike. It really is. To be one of the lightweight fold-up trikes that you can put in your car. It's really nice. Costs a lot more than my trike did. I'll tell you that. But yeah, we got to fly. I know I got to fly 3 times. I was about to, you know what? I got to tell y'all this. We had a freak thunderstorm. And when I say thunderstorm, a severe thunderstorm, I would say, just pop up out of nowhere.
The hail, you say?
And what's weird about it is my son, my youngest son that has this type 1 diabetic, called me, and I'm sitting, we were waiting for the weather.
How is that relevant?
I'm getting to it. We were waiting for the weather to calm down, right? So that we could fly.
I meant
and the
weather,
weather, while
part.
he was on the phone with me, the weather finally turned to where we could fly, or at least I thought it did.
No, I'm looking for my tweezers, Tony.
So at that point, I'm like, man, he's got me on the phone. I can't take off. I can't take off. So he eventually got off the phone with me. I went over and set my wing up, and somebody else had taken off, and I looked up and saw his wing going all over the place. Like, oh, this,
You
no,
hadn't,
wait.
no,
That
no.
hadn't, right.
No.
That was earlier. So there was people, I did not set up my wing at that point. I was on the phone with him. I saw people flying. Then we saw lightning hit, and people just started landing really, really quickly. And all of a sudden, the bottom just dropped out, and then it started hailing. So we had hail and lightning and rain, and it lasted, what, 5 minutes?
He sucks at telling stories. All right,
Okay.
so he's on the phone, right? There's like 2 people in the air. According to the radar, because this is the reason they took off, everything coming from the west had fizzled out. There were thunderstorms miles to the north, but they weren't anywhere near us. So they went ahead and took off. All of a sudden, I get the notification on my phone, moderate rain starting in 5 minutes. So I'm like, oh, shit. So we start pulling everything in underneath our tent, which is the paramotor. We had to fold up the chairs. We had 2 tables that had our Blackstone and the coffee pot and all that other shit on it. So we had to pull everything up underneath the tarp to where it was standing room only. Now, somebody, because they don't listen, couldn't find all the necessary pieces to our canopy. So the frame he brought did not go with the canopy that he brought. So it was very ghetto looking and just kind of up there, right? Needless to say, when the bottom dropped out, that thing filled with fucking water like nobody's business. I'm short. I'm like jumping up in the air trying to push the fucking water out of it before the whole thing collapses all on top of us. That wasn't working, so I had to go outside, and I'm getting pelted with hail, and Steve's like, that's hail? I'm like, yeah, no shit. I can feel it. And I had to pull the tent down straight, which ended up dumping like 5 gallons of ice cold water directly on my head. Um, it did feel good though, because it was really hot and sticky the whole time and humid, and the well water smelled like pennies, and I just felt gross. So I got an involuntary shower.
I did have a
But
fail.
he had multiple fails. Okay, so he also forgot the rain fly for our tent, so we had to borrow a tarp. So we had a plastic tarp over our tent, which, didn't really let any airflow in because it also blocked the windows. So, yeah, basically he created a sweat box for us to sleep in. Um, but yeah, I did do the ice water challenge to myself. It kind of felt great. Um, but what's funny is the people next
She
to us, right? They um they were all underneath
Oh,
their
y'all missed
fancy
it
tarp.
because she did not have a bra on. She totally did the wet t-shirt
At least it wasn't white.
contest because it wasn't a white t-shirt, but
No.
there was no guessing.
No.
She was completely soaked with no bra on.
Soaked
So
to the bone.
Will said,
There
"Go
was
on."
not a piece of my clothing that was dry. Um, but the people next to us, right? They had their fancy non-ghetto tarp, where everything fit, and the wind said, "You know what? Fuck you," and just yanked the tarp right off of their canopy, and even the dogs went scrambling. You're yelling at me. I know. Um, so everybody scattered. It was a very frantic 5 6 minutes, and then it just stopped, like someone flipped a switch.
Yeah, and the sun came out.
Yep.
Then people decided to go fly. But when they did, I saw their wing basically doing the shimmy shimaki. Their wing was bouncing, and the dude that did get up in the air was literally not going forward. He was going straight up, just straight up. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Yep, that's not for me." So I did not fly that night, which I'm glad I didn't. I wanted to get one more flight in, but you know what? If the wind
Well,
is that bad, nope, not doing it.
Creed, I can tell you that when we packed everything up, so now when we set up camp, right? All the bags for the chairs, the bags for the tent, the bags for the cot, all goes inside the big bag that holds the canopy. That way it's all together when we go to pack everything back up. This one apparently decided when we got home that the tent and the canopy were still wet. So
Yeah,
he pulled everything out in the backyard to dry. And instead of putting it back, he just tossed it in the basement and thought, I'll get it later. Like the tent stakes that should be in the bag with the tent. No, no, they're not in there. I saw him just toss them in the truck. Now I remember where he put them. We'll just see if he remembers where he put them in September.
I know
No,
where
I
they are.
cannot
I
throw
need
them
some
over my
more though.
shoulder.
I need
Um,
more steaks. Well, I will say now the tent and rainfly are in the same. How many pilots were there?
I
I
think there was at least 25.
it
There was quite a
I would
few.
say 30 to 40 more like. I know there was at least that many people. As far as pilots go though, yeah, more like 25 active pilots I think at
Isn't
any
that what
one
I
time.
just said?
Well,
How
I'm
many
just
pilots were
but
there?
there may have been
25 to
more. I
30.
don't know. I mean, like some of them didn't come till later. Other ones left early, so it's hard to count them
I
all.
mean, the one group that was next to us, there was three dudes that all flew. The couple that was there with um, the German Shepherd, and then Hera's owner. So that's 7 people right there in
Yeah,
that group. Well, 6 plus Scuba, so 7 just within 3 campsites.
yeah.
So and then Ty showed up and John French and Andre. I don't know why y'all call him Andrew. That's not his name. It's Andre.
I
Um,
know, but he said we could call him Andrew, so I go with
because
that because it's
Andre is too difficult to pronounce. He's not. He's from Sweden. It's not like Andre is
the
some
nice
foreign
people that
fucking
fed
name.
us. They were there, Will, and we
Dottie
had
and yes,
a Saturday night dinner. Oh my goodness.
it was Friday night.
It was Friday night?
Yes, because we left Saturday.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And
Well, they were also doing it
we
Saturday, but
got two helpings of banana pudding.
oh, that banana pudding is off the chain.
I had to have Scuba to go tell Home Dude that I liked his meat because I figured that would be inappropriate coming from me, but that was some
Oh my
pretty good
God,
steak.
what is that meat called that we had
It
with
was a steak.
with P?
Oh, that wasn't meat. That was called paneer, and it was tofu.
Oh, the paneer was the Indian food we had.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but Dave Garber, which y'all should know him, was cooking steak, like steak strips. Oh, they were so good.
It was really
I
good.
didn't want to take too
See,
many
well,
of
that's
them.
why he stole your fucking socks, brat.
About Tucker got Kylo, you son of a gun. Anyways, yeah.
You know, I've had those crumble cookies, and I don't know about them.
What am I sitting on? Oh, I'm sitting on a GoPro. No wonder that hurt. Um,
Well, you know, Will is on the other side of the state, so I don't know how far it is from him. But we can meet up in June. It's only 3 hours away. If we could meet at in Kitty Hawk. Let's see, New Bern.
Kitty Hawk's an awesome place to fly over the beach as long as you can communicate with the air traffic because they put them Coast Guard planes that go right over the beach and you don't want them to hit you. So
New Bern, if you went up to Kitty Hawk from New Bern, it would probably take you a little bit longer than it would take us to get there. Because we can be in Kitty Hawk in about an hour and a half, depending on traffic.
I did have the laptop charger, Scott. It's because we didn't have any good internet there. I mean, there was nobody that brought Starlink. I thought somebody was coming with Starlink, but they didn't show up. So no Starlink. And
You
now it
haven't heard
says
what in a while, Tony?
Scuba likes sitting on stuff.
He does.
How much is the operating license for a drone? You can have your license for a drone, the one if it's over was it 250 grams? It's like $3 from the FAA, but you're over the pond, so I don't know what their requirements are. Here, that's all you need. If it's under 249 grams, you don't need any license unless you're flying commercially. I think the Mavic Mini is under that, which requires no license. The only time you need a license is if you're flying it commercially to make money. Like if you're filming for real estate or something like that, you got to have a Part 107 license.
I think it's a dude thing, King Cobra.
So another story I want to tell y'all that's just funny because, I mean, maybe I got a dirty mind. I don't know. We have somebody at work that's older than me. Okay. So she had been coming up front. There's lifesavers up front. They're wintergreen lifesavers. And been grabbing a mint and taking it and going back and saying she's had indigestion, right? So the next time she comes up there to get another mint, she just mentions, yeah, my husband is supposed to be picking up some medicine for me for my indigestion, but for now, I'll just eat one of these mints. And I was like, wow, so, okay. I was asking her something about her indigestion. She's like, yeah, if I suck on something hard, it fixes it. And I just thought to myself, am I dirty? And I really, I
Yes,
missed
you
a
are.
great
You're a dirty old
chance
man.
to come back with, I'm sure your husband can take care of that for you, or your husband will be happy to help you out with that. But I did not say it because she would probably not get it at all.
No, that would probably go
I
right
think
over her head.
older people just don't have any filter, but most women don't come up and say, yeah, I just need to suck on something hard to fix it. That's not what they're supposed to say. But anyways.
So another dude took a dunk in the ocean at the fly-in because he thought it was a excellent idea
Oh.
to try to hook a crab pot with his foot. And promptly yanked himself down into the mud. And I guess he had to go to some some person's house on the coast and borrow their water hose to hose his wing and shit off. That was the guy that had the literal gas can strapped to his paramotor as a gas tank.
Yeah, Purple Wing. That was Ryan Wirtz. He was foot dragging right by the coast and tried to pick up a crab pot.
I just told the story.
I know, but
you don't need to tell it again.
I'm trying to tell what else happened. So the water he ended up crashing into, basically, his prop came in contact with his gas tank and cut his gas tank pretty much in half. So his paramotor and wing were out in the water. He managed to drag his wing back to shore, and then he went and found that house to get the hose. And then he borrowed a kayak from that person and swam out to his motor and threw his motor on top of the kayak.
If he was in a kayak, he didn't swim. He paddled.
And paddled his way back to shore. That's how he got his motor back. But the Paul Harvey version.
I miss Paul Harvey. And that's the rest of the story. Okay.
Older women don't think
about that. Is he the guy
that
got the styrofoam buoys last time?
I'm old too, Oz, but I got...
may have, Will. I don't know. I remember that guy, but I don't remember who it was.
Is that the guy that got the styrofoam buoys last time? Ooh, good question, Will. It might be. It might be.
Do you hear when I speak?
He likes collecting stuff.
I just answered Will's question.
Why have you turned down? So it's harder to hear you, especially when I'm talking.
I did, Angela. I've never heard of whatever it is that he's got, but I mean, he's kind of old anyway, so would anybody really notice?
Was it Billy Joel, or who was the one that canceled all their concerts through 2026?
I think it was Billy Joel.
No, there was another singer that canceled. I don't think it was Billy Joel. I thought it was somebody else.
I don't fucking know.
Anyways, I wonder how heavy a crab pot is. Very heavy, trash bag.
It's very heavy, which is what is crazy that I can't imagine he would try. And he's from Maryland. If anybody from any state should know how heavy a crab pot is, it's somebody from Maryland.
Yeah, we were at...
because they want to show off, Tony.
Will was at Bad Apples. We were at Good Apples. I'm just saying. We were at Good Apples. So y'all could be at Bad Apples while we were at Good Apples.
Don't slap me, you brat. I'll poke your fat if I want to.
I didn't get all the footage. I did post 2 of the 3 videos I have. The third video is much shorter because the camera battery died. And I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh crap, my video stopped. Let me go back and land and get another battery for my camera and start. No, I just kept flying until I was tired of flying, and then I landed. But I did fly all the way to the bay side this time. I also flew all the way to the ocean side this time.
I did not give myself E. coli this time.
I know one of those flights, I was doing 11 to 12 miles an hour. I know the last video I posted has the stats on there, which I might add takes way more time to add into the video because I have to do it on my phone, save it to my phone, move it from my phone to computer, then on the computer edit it again to cut out the long spots, then post it to YouTube and wait for it to process. Takes a long damn time, but I did it. Even though I think the speedometer is way too big, I need to make that smaller next time. That thing is huge on the video.
But... Exactly, Scott. No, for some reason, that got me this morning out of nowhere. I burped in the middle of the night, and it was like one of them sulfur burps, and I was like, oh boy, tomorrow morning should be fun.
Yeah, Bill, I've done that before. If you hold the shutter button too long, it puts it in hyper mode. So make sure you just tap it, because if you hold the button, it's going to put it in hyper mode. I recorded my best touch and goes in hyper mode. So there you go. I've done it myself, but I was using this camera.
Well, for some reason, his headset, if he turned his head to the left.
This is the Ace Pro 2, and it has a flip up screen. So I can I can flip the screen up and see what I'm actually filming on that screen, which is pretty cool.
No, no, I didn't shit myself at the kitchen table this morning, Scott. I knew better. Definitely knew better this time.
Miles per hour never got over 100. No, I did 12 miles an hour going out to the bay, and when I turned around, I was doing 46 miles an hour. So that shows you how much difference it is when you're going with the wind and against the wind. It's a big difference. So,
And I have to say that little Blackstone, that's probably one of the best purchases I've ever made. Did I mention I only paid $50 for it?
yeah, we got an electric Blackstone. Everybody else at the fly-in had propane Blackstones. We had an electric one, which was news to them. Apparently, they didn't know that Blackstone made an electric version, but they do. And it ran off the Predator 3500 just fine. Just saying, Will, if you want to get a nice Blackstone,
and it's super easy
flat
to
top.
clean. So like the grease trap is on the back. It just hooks onto the back of it, and all the grease flows out a little hole into the grease trap, but you can literally wipe it down with a paper towel. And then when you get home, the top just lifts off. No, I got it from Walmart, but the top lifts off so you can wash that with soap and water. The actual griddle surface, if you push back and up, that lifts off so you can wash that with soap and water. And put it all back, stick it back in the box, and put it away. It's super easy to clean.
She's skipping part of the story, Tony. Temu don't sell Blackstone grills, number one.
No, they don't.
And the reason she got it for $50 is because she did a review on one item we bought.
This headset.
Yeah, the headset off of Amazon, and they gave her $50, which I think is more than what the headset cost.
The headset costs $64.
Okay, and they give you $50 back.
Yeah.
To
it was supposed
review
to
it.
be an Amazon gift card, but they emailed me and said, we've been having problems with Amazon. Will Walmart work? And I'm like, fuck yeah, because the Blackstone was on clearance at Walmart.
Yeah. So the Blackstone was like one something, and then when she used the $50, it made the Blackstone come down to $50.
Yeah.
You can't buy a Blackstone.
It was like $59, but
so yeah, it was pretty cheap.
And free shipping. But it is super easy to clean, and it's small enough. If you don't put, I put it right back in the box so I could put it back up. But if you want to pack it away, it's compact enough where you could slide it up underneath something because it's very small.
We cooked eggs, bacon,
Hamburgers.
What? Hamburgers, and kebabs on there.
Yes, Will, I remembered those chicken things you and Shane got, so we took a trip to Food Lion, and we got some bacon wrapped steak skewers and some barbecue chicken skewers and teriyaki chicken skewers.
Yeah, we got
really
chicken,
good.
pork, beef, and then the
Chicken, pork,
bacon
and
wrap,
beef, yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There
That
was
was the
4
beef.
different ones I think we got. We had plenty of kebabs to eat. We ate all them suckers.
Yeah, I got the 17-inch electric Blackstone griddle.
Have you used these? Y'all are sending me messages.
It's really nice though, because he's like, well, the propane one is better, and I'm like, yeah, but that defeats the purpose of being able to get something small that can be packed away easily. It'll fit in my car, no problem. It can be cleaned on a campsite with some water or a paper towel.
I have, Scott. I don't know if the one I know the one I have now is not a RTX version. This is Georgia Peach, which is the one. Oh, speaking of which, I bought 2 of these before we went to the fly-in, and one of them, while I was flying, flew out of my pocket. So
laying in a soybean
that's
field
why
somewhere.
I don't take expensive mods up with me while I'm flying, because especially with the shorts that I had on, I knew I was going to
also
lose
why
something.
you should wear shorts with real pockets instead of those little fucking basketball shorts with.
Yeah, those were like gym shorts that had the little crappy pockets, and it fell.
Yeah, he called me before I even got there to say, you were right. And I'm like, shocker. What about
Right on what?
your packing skills?
Oh,
And that you should have put everything back together when you
well, okay.
dismantled it.
The tent, to be fair, was wrapped up in a ball. So I thought everything connected to the tent was in said
And
ball
why was the tent wrapped up in a ball instead of back in the tent bag?
because it was wet and I let it sit out to dry. And then when I put it back in the basement, I thought that it was still maybe a little wet. So I left it out and to get air. And then when I went to get it again, I ended up rolling it to a ball so I'd know where it was, but I didn't know the rain fly had got packed in a separate bag, so it
No,
did.
the rain fly
But
was
now they're
probably in
all
the bag
together.
with the tent.
The
Yeah.
canopy is with the right frame, the rain fly is with the right tent.
And they're
that's
all in the
together.
bags and they're all on the shelf where all the
Yeah.
camping stuff is together. Hmm.
It would go through the prop as well. You know, we didn't really have anybody. We had one
You
person,
didn't say it.
but
Jason wants you to say Munchkin was right.
Munchkin was right about the tent thing, something.
And
And what?
the canopy thing.
And the canopy thing. Well,
And the
okay, the
choice of
canopy.
Blackstone griddles.
I can't even blame myself. That canopy looks like a brand new canopy, the one I
I
brought.
can blame you. You
But
packed it.
okay, the new frame is 13 by 13. The canopy I brought was 12 by 12. Okay, it was off by a foot. They both look almost identical to each other. They're the same name brand, I think. So, no, one's Coleman, one's some UDP or something like that. So,
No,
I
our
don't,
tent is UDP. I don't know what the hell the one
yeah,
is.
the tent. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so that's why they got mixed up, but now they're right.
And my
Um,
fancy chair that I bought, guess whose ass was in it 90% of the fucking time?
oh, you got that. Yeah, she's got the swing chair, and I like using it, which I didn't even look for while I was at the store. Damn. But, anyways,
No, because that I would have. No,
yeah, I get
you
it.
got shoes instead.
That's fine. I meant to bring my rainbow colored shoes that match my wing, but I honestly didn't want to get them dirty. And I knew it was going to rain. That's the main reason why I didn't bring my
So
shoes, I think.
he brought his other nice pair of tennis shoes instead.
And it's weird because I went to stomp on one of the stakes, the tent stakes, and put a hole in the bottom of my shoe. And I was like, man, what kind of cheap shoes are these? Because I didn't even hit it that hard and it put a hole in my shoe. So
Those are
there's that.
decorative shoes, not out hanging out in the field
Yeah, they're not
hammering
my
tents
boots. I
like
usually wear
shoes.
those boots when I fly the trike, especially if I know I'm gonna be. Yeah, the 10 by 10. I have one of those. I have two of those actually, Bill, in the basement. But the 13 by 13 gives you a little more shade room.
Yeah, 3 feet on all sides.
Yeah, and I enjoy that a lot more. Just the
And it
10
was
by
on
10
sale at Sam's Club.
is so small. Yeah, the 13 by 13 I think is on sale right now for $129 at Sam's or Costco, one of the two. But it's definitely a better because I got two of the 10 by 10s and they're fine. I just like the 13 better.
The 10 by 10 is not fine.
And the 10 by
There's a
10
reason we
is
took
not
it
a
down.
pop-up canopy. The 13 by 13 has that one big handle in the center. You push it up and the whole thing pops out.
The
So.
one that was over the hot tub was given to us for free because apparently it had gotten blown across the field and was all fucked up.
Make some wire.
It leaks.
I don't even know where my drill is right now, Creed, because I've been moving so much stuff around. This weekend, we're going to go into the backyard and to start tearing up our so-called deck.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did you go ahead and get the weed barrier now? We're not putting that down. We're only pulling up the walkway.
We have to put the weed barrier down or weeds will start growing there.
Yeah, there's probably grass already there.
I don't think so, because there's no light that could get through that really. There
That
may be.
hasn't ever stopped
If it
weeds
is,
and
then
grass.
we'll see when we pull it up. But I want to put the weed barrier down so it's nice and clean right there. And then whether we put gravel, pavers, whatever we decide to put, will be on top of a weed barrier, and it'll stop stuff from going through there.
We don't have the yard staples to hold the weed barrier down.
No, we don't. But I think I can find some of those. Yeah, they got so many of the new DJI drones, it's pathetic. And I'm just waiting to see all these tariff increases on the prices, which is going to suck. But honestly, you know, my whole thing with the drones was I loved flying the drones, but I wanted to be the one flying, and now I am.
Here, I can get a 200 pack of galvanized landscape garden staples for $22.
Galvanized yard staples, really?
Yes.
What, is there a gun that staples them in, or you just hammered them?
No,
things?
you just hammer them in.
Oh, okay. Type 4 geofabric. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'd have to look that up, boss man. What else? I'm trying to think of everything else that's going on right now, and I can't. My mind's a blank.
Why is our cart total $1,200? What the fuck did you put in there?
The gazebo's in there.
Oh.
Obviously it wasn't something I was like, oh, let's go buy that.
And a $300 outdoor shed. And a $200 outdoor shed.
Oh, those are for comparison to the one that I bought that was $20. I sent that deal to Will also and a couple other people, because Amazon, my son called me with that deal, which he never sends me deals. So I was like, what is this? And then I figured, oh, it's $20, but it's probably going to have $300 shipping on there.
Here's another one, an 12 by 10 hardtop gazebo with a aluminum frame, permanent pavilion with curtains and netting, outdoor polycarbonate double roof canopy for
something, right?
$485. Yeah.
Yep. I saw that one. The problem is it's 12 by 10. It's smaller. The first one is 12 by 16. It's much wider, which would cover the entire area that we have already out there. 12 by 10 would cut off about 6 feet, or 4 feet, depending on which way you have it turned. What are the drones with the headset? That's what I want. Well, if you want one that's a racing drone, Tony, number one, those are way more difficult to fly. You will crash it. Most of those, a lot of people home make those things. You can buy, like even the Avata, I know you can put that, you can put on the headset and fly it like a racing drone, but you can really wreck those a lot easier than you can a normal drone. Type 4 wouldn't be cheap. Yeah. The stuff we bought was on sale. That weed barrier we got was $24 for 224 feet by 4. So we got a lot of weed barrier material with just one roll. Rolling in the dough. I wish, Will. No. It's just something we've been trying to do. So, and we had to wait till the weather was warmer, so we could do it. And
if
Munchkin
we were
and
rolling
I
in
both
the
are
dough,
not happy with that deck that's out
I
in the
would
back.
be paying somebody else to come do it.
Yeah.
But I can't. It's literally the decking that they put down, and I use the term decking very loosely, I don't think was ever meant to be permanent. It looks like they put some 2x4s on the ground and fucking put some pallets on top of it.
They took pallets and added 2x4s to those pallets.
Okay,
That's exactly what they did.
So like the boards are literally warping and popping the nails up at the side, or you're just stepping directly through it. And so I would rather have nothing but grass back there than a jacked up patio that's going to break my ankle.
We had a lady come in today right off the bat as soon as she saw me. you know who you look like? That guy. I was like, Fieri? Yes, that's him. Yes, you look like. I was like, yeah. Well, first she said, you've probably never been asked this question before. And I was like, try me. And when she said that, I was like, yes, you would not be the first one that's
So when I
said that.
came out, she's like, "This your other half? You know who he looks like?" Yes, yes, I do.
You should let him dye his hair.
Now
Let him
you
make
got
it blonde
complete
again.
strangers
So
trying
I can
to get
have
me to.
freaking random people stopping me in the grocery store. Hey man,
Right?
can you help me cook such and such? No. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we had a great time at the fly-in, and I know Bad Apples looked like a lot of fun, even though it looks like y'all had some high winds down there. Obviously, there must have been good enough weather to fly because it looked like everybody was flying there. There was a lot of wings in the air. Um, Even the hair is Guy Fieri's hair getting gray too? Now we'll look the same for real. I'm gonna have to go in his restaurant and be like, hey, I want my free food now. um but yeah, Kylo, I saw he posted another video. He I think he's doing a bunch of innuendo on his video talking about penetrating the holes. It was pretty
Not
fun.
Kyle. He would never do anything like that.
Right? Yeah. His whole video, I mean, you're gonna have to watch that one later. It's like, I can't tell if he's being serious or he's making a joke with everything he says on that video. It's like everything that comes out of his mouth. I'm like, all right then. Oh yeah, he does, Tony. He does. I I'm glad Danny Williamson got to go to Bad Apples. I'm pretty sure he had a great time at Bad Apples. I saw he bought an Involo helmet. So he bought an expensive helmet. He had a motor out and ended up landing almost in the cornfield. He kind of nicked the edge of the cornfield and landed on a nice little dirt road. So he got lucky there. But I was thinking, why didn't he restart his motor? But the reason why is because he was too close to the ground. That's why he didn't restart. Literally, by the time he goes, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to land. I had a motor out. We're gonna have to land. And then he was landing, so he didn't have a lot of time to restart. I personally think he had enough time if he would have did it right when it shut off, but he didn't. So, you don't think you saw Danny there? Yeah, I don't know where he parked that wheel. He was in a camper. He
He
said
must
who
have
he
came
was.
late because he was on for about a half an hour, 45 minutes, John Q.
Yeah. He came in last week. Yeah, I did a live show last week from the fly-in.
All your shows are live.
Where they right? Where they were literally flying right at me. That was fun. I know the quality kind of sucks, but you have to dye my beard. Really? Did you just give me a link to some beard dye?
Only
Oh,
temporarily, Tony.
well, I'd have to get some earrings.
No.
I'd have to let
Look,
the center
Scott,
of my goatee grow
do
up.
not encourage him or I will come break your other ankle, sir.
It looks like I need a lot more jewelry too. I'm just saying.
I'm thinking that I think we just need to get some pavers to go under the hot tub and just leave the backyard grass.
Uh-oh, Cloudsucker just won. He probably messed it up for us. Now we're going to lose the mod heist.
And technically, my sister has a shit ton of bricks under her house that we could use as a walkway up to the basement door.
Uh-huh.
And we could just leave the rest as grass.
What's wrong with earrings? I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, Creed. I just don't want to pierce my ears. I also don't have any tattoos. So, I mean, I don't like, ooh, they got a lot of tattoos. It's not like that. I just, we got away with some items from Scuba's museum. Hey, we won. We won. We
Yeah,
won. We won.
okay. There's nothing wrong with pierced ears on other
Hey,
people. Hi,
Peanut.
Peanut. He would look ridiculous with pierced ears, and no. Maybe when he was 25. No, no, no. The
So
same reason I'm
I
not
put
going and
earrings
getting
on at
mermaid
age
hair.
57. Well, I'll be 57, I think. Damn, I'm getting
I'm
old.
not going and dyeing my hair purple and pink, even though I think it would look cool. I'm
Now,
too
Will,
old for
I
that.
do want to tell you this. An old buddy of mine, I don't need to say who it is at this point, is coming out with a new product. They're going to be nicotine pouches. And if they're really good, I will let you know. Because I know you like snus, whatever, however you say it. I know you've told me before, but
Well, now I need to Google that.
so I've already looked at the website. It comes in 4 different flavors. It has grape. It has some kind of mint, mixed berries, and then there's one more. I can't remember all 4 of the flavors, but does it match your purse? I'm also, you
Oh,
know what
that
else I've been
sucks.
vaping, which I couldn't find for a while, is my Pure Max 2 V2. And it's still on the same coil that I put in there when I first got this thing.
So is that why you broke it, Scott? Was because you just stepped wrong because you couldn't feel, or because your shit's all smushy?
This still vapes really good. I'm impressed with the Pure Max V2. Pierced nose and chicks with lip rings. Get off my lawn.
I don't mind the nose piercing as long as it's the little tiny one up here. The
What
one
about the
that's
tongue
right here, they
piercing?
look like a bull.
What about all the women that pierce their tongue?
My sister broke her tooth doing that.
Piercing her tongue?
Yeah. Well, okay. The piercing broke her tooth because she couldn't stop going blah, 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 and then fucking smacked her tooth and cracked her tooth.
She couldn't stop going blah, blah, blah. And then broke her tooth with her own
Mm-hmm.
tongue ring. Okay.
Yes. Well, she had the ball, but yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't mind the little tiny stud or the sparkle or the diamond or whatever, but the one right here, they look like a bull. Like you should put a ring, hook them up to a fucking sled or something.
See, even Cloud Chucker says the Pure Max 2 is a brilliant device. It is. I mean, it freaking works. When I first got it, I was like, oh, here it is. And then I was like, it's not working. It was completely dead. I thought it was
So,
broken. I was like,
Scott, that
man.
means you need to buy high top shoes with very good ankle support. So even if you fucking roll it, your shoes will keep your ankle tight.
Well, I mean, for the trike, especially if I'm going to be flying in bad terrain, I have boots that I
I
usually wear.
wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Scott.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. All right,
No.
that's fine. Started to get ears pierced. The piercing was in. Yes, I remember said time, Will.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. That wasn't real. I mean, it tried to be a thing here, but everybody I went to school with, nobody gave a shit. Um, I pierced my own ears. I've got 3 holes in each ear, but one of them, I think it's this one, it's too close to the cartilage. So if I wear an earring in my top hole, it starts to get irritated.
I wonder if Linda went and listened to I Come From a Land Down Under. Just because we sit there and explain that song to her for like 30 minutes. And then once I said one thing, she's like, "Oh, I know that song." It's like, that's what we've been talking about the last freaking half hour. It was awesome. We were talking about it the whole time, and she
Yes,
just
and
now getting it.
Tony, I'm really good at song lyrics. I'm really good at name that tune. You can ask all the vapor people in here. I used to come in first on Peach's show all the time, except for the time that I set it up for Scuba. It was like 80s and 90s rap, so obviously he won that one.
Well, Linda, I'm sorry you're not going to get to go to Torchport this weekend. I know you had your heart set on going to Fly, but you know what?
Oh, and just walk around and
Yeah,
look
but
at
if the
shit.
weather's bad, not only is her people not showing up there, not many other people will show up either, because it happens in any fly-in. If the weather's bad, they won't even show up. And it's not
True.
always about the flying, man. It's the social. See you later, Bill. I didn't know you was
Bye,
leaving.
Bill.
Yeah, I saw that Bill got to fly, and I didn't get to comment on it earlier, but that's cool. He was flying during Linda's show. She's the queen of music. She knows a lot more songs
I
than
mean,
I
what was
know.
it? Sloan tried to beat me, but I'm pretty sure she was using something like Shazam or something because she's not even from this fucking country, and she was getting some of the 50s and 60s shit correct, like on 2 notes, and there's no fucking way.
Right? Well, Shazam won't pull the song with 2 notes.
I don't know. She was doing
So,
something.
oh. What else? So yeah, that's what we're doing this weekend. We have baby back ribs
I even have a trophy, Tony,
to smoke
packed
on the
away somewhere
grill.
there.
We also have some ribeye steaks. Oh my goodness, those are gonna be delicious. They are not cheap.
John Q is
Damn.
delusional.
Ribeyes are expensive now. I remember when you could get 3 steaks for $20. Not anymore.
$49, but
$49.
they're nice looking ribeyes. There's
They are
3 of them.
very nice looking ribeyes and thick. These are not thin ribeyes. These are like 1.5 to 2 inches thick. They're thick. I love a good ribeye. I mean, that's my favorite cut of meat. I mean, obviously, you could get filet mignon, but I still like ribeye. Ribeye has that little bit of fat in there.
Oh boy,
that gives
Angela,
it
are you
all the good
excited?
flavor.
You so excited?
Who's excited? Well, who's what?
They're closing on Tuesday.
Oh, already?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Y'all finally gonna have us a place to stay? Hurry the hell up, man. We gotta go to Vegas.
I've got somebody supposed to be closing Tuesday at 11:30. I don't think I didn't get their closing package today. That's gonna be fun.
I nominate Angela Presley. Oh my goodness.
Limp to the post office.
Shut your mouth, Will. I
It takes practice to be able to talk and pay attention to chat. Um, you get the hang of it.
and the new co-hosting position. That's awesome.
Yeah, just whatever you do. I mean, don't let my sister help you move, or she'll just chuck all your shit in a room. And
so the fly-in, okay. The place that the other Nick was talking about flying is not Lionel's fly-in, right? Because that's 2 different places. I'm pretty sure. Because Lionel
Nick
has
wasn't talking about flying anywhere. He said to get up with us when he's here in June and go flying. And I mentioned Kitty Hawk.
right. Yeah, Kitty Hawk's fine. That one's not that hard to get to. But that wherever Lionel's is far because they mentioned mountains, and we do not have mountains where we are.
I don't know that song, King Cobra. Let's see.
His days are numbered. He walks around and round in circles. Ooh, I don't know that lyric either. Huh.
Gretna, Virginia. Let's look up Gretna.
Yeah, it's Gretna, Virginia, where Lionel's flying is, which is in June. And then I
I've
know
seen
Moonshiners
good.
comes up. Moonshiners is like in the hottest part of the year. I don't even know if I could handle that, man. Maybe it's cooler up in the mountains. Maybe, but I doubt it. It's probably more bugs than anything, I would think. I haven't been to Moonshiners. I can't tell you. Will has. I did hear that it was a little bit harder to launch from there.
So, okay, Gretna is just north of Danville. So it is north and the between Martinsville and South Boston, which if you're into NASCAR, you know where that's at. Um,
I
yeah,
No, of course not.
it's between Danville and Lynchburg.
I don't even know where
Um,
those are.
so Martinsville is maybe a 6 hour drive from here. So
Damn.
that would probably be about a 5.5 hour drive.
In the same state?
Yeah,
How the hell?
because it's to the south.
Oh, it's cool in the mountains at night? Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, let's see how long. Let's see if I'm right. Directions. Oh, okay. 3.5 hours or 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hour drive.
I've done 4 hour drives all the time. That's not that bad.
Mm-mm.
But, Munchkin has a lot of time off. I don't. I have to plan this out. I literally only have 5 days left of vacation. So do I use that to do one of these smaller fly-ins like Moonshiners, or do
I'm
I
not
save it?
using any more of my vacation on a fly-in.
I get it.
No, you don't. Apparently,
No, I get it. Well, I mean, because you got Sword to Shore that comes up in September. But so my drink is empty. I need to fix that.
I maybe will. I don't know because um, I don't do heat. So if it's hot, no, wouldn't enjoy it. If it's in the mountains, that's not so bad. But I don't want to spend my entire 4 weeks of vacation at fly-ins. That's not for me. That's for him. Mm. I'm not taking anything away from him. He can go wherever the hell he wants. I'm just saying I'm not using all of my vacation for fly-ins.
I mean, I
You
could
just got extra PTO, Creed.
I could take time off without it being paid. I mean, we got other people that just take 7 weeks off, so
She hasn't gotten
I
paid
need
for
to
that at all either.
I know I wouldn't get paid. That's fine. I mean, if I'm,
Not really. No, it's not.
I get it, but it's
I've been to Boone, North Carolina. There ain't a goddamn thing out there.
when is the wedding?
We stayed in Banner Elk and went to Grandfather Mountain and walked across that big ass bridge. We're not doing a wedding. We're going to the Justice of the Peace.
Linda said it was cold where she was. I'm surprised to know that it's still cold anywhere in the United States right now.
Oh, how long ago? Oh, you're going to make me count. That's when I was in high school. So, how long ago was 1990?
When?
35 years ago. Long time ago.
Creed, she did ask me the other day, hey, when we gonna go get a marriage license? So I don't know, besides saying, hey boss, we need to go and do this real quick. I don't think he'd have
No,
a
I'm
problem
not
with
coming back to work afterwards.
No, I
You're gonna have
get
to take
that.
like a Friday off or something.
Okay.
I need to pick a day that's not somebody's birthday or anything like that.
Yeah.
When Boone just opened, Literally, when we were in Banner Elk, there we stayed at a timeshare. There was a Food Lion down the street, a Chinese restaurant, and then we met some guys from Radford at the Subway that was next to it. That was pretty much that was it. So we went out drinking with them. Um, but
Yours
that
is
was it.
June 21st. Nice, Creed. So he's getting married June 21st.
Look, John Q. All right, here's the thing: is we don't have money for some big fancy wedding, a dress. We who the hell are we gonna invite, right? And my coworkers are like, we'd come. Okay, I would just as soon go to the Justice of the Peace and we can have a cookout in our backyard and everybody can come over and
Let's get the
listen
license to hit Burger King for lunch.
listen to music and eat food and get drunk in the backyard. Um, no, he'd probably make me go to fucking Chihuahuas again.
I'm not thinking Scuba can wear the crown.
See, July, I don't know about July. I don't necessarily want I don't want to wait that long cuz I don't want it to be in the dead of summer either. I'm thinking in the next couple weeks. Um yeah, I mean, Angela, see, yeah, I just waited 40 years. I mean, it fucking feels like it, but I mean, yeah, I just yeah. We're both old. That we're not doing yeah. Um, we can grill out. I know my family would bring food. I know there's a barbecue restaurant I can get to and get a family size bucket of some banana pudding that is delicious. Um,
Your Harvick International courtesy of HMA warehouse package has been shipped. Do you think that's the storage shed that wasn't supposed to come till July?
maybe.
That's crazy. And it's being shipped UPS. You
I
know, it's
don't
kind of
know.
funny because I told Will and multiple people about that storage shed because it was $20 with free shipping off
Hmm.
Amazon. And I was like, yeah, but it's slow shipping.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they said,
we don't have a boatload of money, Creed.
and
So
then the next day, the very next day, because I was like, I'm going to tell some more people. I went and checked it. The listing was no longer there. It's like, oh crap, we messed up. I think
yeah,
they
either
messed
that or
up.
they're like, we got like 10 of these.
But they have to honor it, otherwise they have
Hmm.
to give me the money back, which I'm out nothing if that happens. So
Yeah, maybe it was supposed to be 200.
maybe. 86
Tony,
the storage shed, the $20 storage
there
shed, Will.
there's in our line of work, I see the disastrous results of people that don't get married.
That means get rid of
Like the
China.
lady that died with no will, and because her and her partner, even though they'd been together for 20 years, her parents are taking the entire state and basically evicting him out of his own fucking house. And Virginia does not recognize common law marriage, so he gets nothing. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Nothing. So yeah, there's reasons for that. So and I want the tax break.
Yeah, tax break would be nice. Any kind of break we can get, that would be nice. That's your funeral? What?
What? Um,
I don't know. Who knows what Tony's talking about nowadays? I want an Elvis wedding.
well, I mean, you can do that because y'all live in Vegas.
Yeah, because you literally can go right through. You can do the drive-through wedding in Las
Hmm.
Vegas, which is like, what? Yes, drive-through.
Yeah. So I don't. I mean, it's got to be better than the last one because we also got married at the Justice of the Peace and went to dinner or went to lunch with the family members at a restaurant along the river, and it should have been a sign that they were trying to fish a dead body out of the river during our lunch. That should have been an omen. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's coming, but
It was weird.
if I can get my fucking coworker to bring her ass back to work.
That first video I posted, in the middle of the video, I'm sitting there going, yeah, my wing's good, my brakes are working good, my trims are even. And I was like, whoa, my trims are not even, which they weren't. And I don't know how that happened because they were even when I took off. I think something hit one of my trims or something, and the right one was all the way out while the left one was all the way in. And I'm like, no wonder I can't freaking turn.
Hey,
What's
Harry.
up, Harry? So I tried to pull it and it wouldn't move. It was like jammed. So I had to literally
All right, we're not gonna do politics, y'all.
get altitude and then push and pull the trim back down. Then it was fine after that. It worked
Tony,
way better.
he did. It was some dude that bought a sticker and a pair of socks.
Yeah, that's who won. I forgot the guy's name. But yeah. So whoever bought the sticker and the pair of socks won the trike.
I'm still laughing at the whole Tucker got his gay thing. That dude that said that is clearly fucking jealous. I know. I was hoping they would stop. But no, we're not doing politics. Oh hush, Will. Y'all brought it up. We're not doing that. I was gonna say something, I forgot what it was. Oh.
Wedding
Has,
invite.
who
would come
in
to
here
our wedding?
Who in here has had shingles?
Shingles?
Yes.
Yeah, has anybody had shingles in chat? Maybe Creed. I'm not putting that on you, Creed. I don't mean to. I just
Scuba
thought
bought
you
like
mentioned
7 t-shirts.
I bought 3 t-shirts, which I thought was enough entries. I mean, it's $5 an entry, and the shirts are $25 a piece. It's what, 15 entries?
So the reason I'm asking, okay,
No.
is because my
75 entries?
My coworker contracted shingles. She is in her 30s. So around the end of March, she got
15,
sick and
50.
was having some gastrointestinal issues where she was out like 4 days, right? And then she came back to work for 2 days, like Thursday and Friday. And then Sunday, she said that she got shingles. She got it on her face and it was in her eye. This was at the beginning of April. She has still not come back to work. They've got her on gabapentin for the nerve pain. She did have an infection from what was in her eye, so she was on antibiotics. But like, I understand it's painful. I've heard it's extremely painful, but almost 2 entire fucking months. I'm trying really, really hard to be sympathetic, but like she she called last week, said she was going to come in, right? And then said that she couldn't because she couldn't see well enough to drive, right? If you can't see well enough to drive, how are you planning on working? Because she was going to get her mom to drive her. So you can't see enough to drive, but you're going to work, which our work involves staring at a computer and reading documents all day and typing documents. How are you going to do that? Well, the fucked up thing is they won't give her the vaccine because she's not over 50, even though she's already contracted it. Now, I don't know if she needs the vaccine now because she's contracted it. I don't know if that builds up any type of...
Once.
Yeah. I just...
I had my shingle shots. And you got to get 2 shots. You got to go for one, then wait like almost a month, and then you go get the second shot. So I had them done just in case, because I did have chicken pox when I was 16, because It was forced upon me, which still makes me angry. Why do
Well,
that to
I
me
mean,
at
if you're gonna
16
do
years
a
old?
chicken pox party, you're supposed to do that when they're like 4 or 5, when they can't
Yeah, not
remember.
no damn 16 years old. That's bullcrap.
And see, that's what I've heard, that it is horrible and it's super painful. But like, are we talking 2 months painful? Because literally, it's been almost 2 months. She has officially been out more days than she's actually come to work since she was hired.
Yep.
And I don't, my sympathy has run out. But I don't know if I'm just being an asshole, um, or if she's just a wuss. I don't know.
I well, according to somebody else that came in that knows her from working at a different company, she did the same thing there too.
Well, I've had two separate people mention, oh yeah, I remember she was out sick a lot at what's her at so and so, and then somebody else said the same thing. I mean, from what I understand, she just had it on her face. But like she said, she's still in pain, and the doctors told her the symptoms could last for months. Are you planning on being out
You're a
until
hundred
you're
percent.
not
Yeah.
in having any? I mean, you've given birth twice. Suck it up, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. And see, okay, thank you. So now I kind of feel a little bit bad. Um, I've never had it before. Nobody in my family has contracted shingles. So I don't know I don't know anybody that's had it that I've ever spoken to about it. Shingles is just the chickenpox virus coming back to get you as an older
Yes.
person.
If you've ever had chicken pox, then you are eligible to get shingles. If you've never had chicken pox, you won't get shingles.
No, you'll get chickenpox
You'll get
instead.
chicken pox. Yeah. It's a roofer's disease.
Yes, and apparently if you have the shingles, you are communicable as long as you have open sores. So if somebody is around you that hasn't had the chicken pox before, they can get that from you having shingles. I mean, John Q, that's pretty fucking painful. I mean, the pain doesn't last that long, but still, I just, I'm like, okay, have you just been curled up in bed for 2 months, literally doing nothing? We even offered to bring her laptop so she could work from home because the girl hasn't been getting paid anything. Yeah, she had sores on her face and in her eye. In the eye, obviously, that's very dangerous. That could have caused her to go blind. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Well, my thing is she keeps saying she's coming to work and don't. That's what's throwing me off. Instead of just I'm out until I let y'all know, she'll go, "Oh, I'm going to get a ride from my mom on
Yeah,
Tuesday," and then it never happens. Then the next week, "Oh, I'm coming in. I'm just going to be a few minutes late,"
damn well. Yeah.
and then that don't happen. I mean, that's happened multiple times. That's what ticks me off. Don't say you're coming if you're not.
Well, and see, that makes more sense because from what I understand, she is, you know how some people are just sickly. She seems to be that type of person. So maybe it hit her a lot harder. But all I know is I'm fucking tired of staying at work till 8 o'clock every goddamn night. Um,
I know I never want kidney stones again. I can guarantee that.
I've
That
never had kidney
pain is
stones.
unbearable. It hurts so bad. I was literally in a ball in the fetal position on my bathroom floor, popping hydrocodones like they're M&Ms, and it did not help. I've never been in so much pain. I was like, just end it now.
Well,
Um,
I mean, they're kind of elastic, so they.
only the first time. The second one was painful, but wasn't as bad. The first time was terrible, man. Ooh, you've had it 10 times, Harry? Oh, you had 10 stones? Damn, Harry. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about when you talk about pain and it literally feels like somebody's stabbing a knife in
So,
your back.
Creed, we did have
Oh,
a young lady that had asked me randomly in an email, "Hey, are y'all looking for somebody?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, we are." So she did her interview. She accepted the position. She was supposed to start on June 1st. She wasn't going to replace the girl that was out, but we were going to restructure things. So she was going to be a full-time processor slash closer,
come
and
on, big money.
I was going to keep the other girl as basically my assistant. That way, if she was out, I wasn't relying on her to have her own duties that I'd have to take over. You know what I mean? So, for instance, if she called in sick for 5 days, I wouldn't be completely lost and not know what was going on with any of her files. Um, but that girl told us about a week ago that her current boss countered our offer, so she decided to stay. Um, the problem is we get a lot of people that look really, really good on paper. Like we had an interview that we Jeff talked to this lady several times. Me and my former assistant, who abandoned me to go back to New Jersey, of all places, um,
Y'all
met
died.
with her
We all died.
and talked to her. And she was telling us about everything she did at the prior attorney's office. And she talked a good game, right? I've been doing this for 20 years. And then when she started, I had an agent call me mad because she didn't put any of the HOA shit on the closing disclosure. And when I called her to ask what happened, she told me I don't know how to read a close. I don't know how to read a resale certificate. Now, Creed, you know what a resale certificate is. Other people might not, but I don't know how to read one of those. How, bitch? It literally says the dues are paid quarterly in X amount of dollars. They're next due on this date. There is a zero balance. How do you not know how to read that? Can you read? So not only was she stupid,
Oh,
she was
really,
lazy
Angela?
and she was fucking racist as hell. Um, yeah, she was super racist. One of our other coworkers, her daughter had some health problems. So she had taken her to the doctor. This particular lady's daughter had a stroke, so she was permanently disabled. And this woman made a comment about how if she was the same color as Danielle, maybe her kids' treatment would be free. So she was just assuming that because Danielle was black, that she was on Medicaid, and her shit was free. No, it was about some racist processor we hired that looked good on paper. She talked a good game, but when it came time to do the actual work, she sucked at it. Um, a client called and wanted to go over the closing disclosure, and she told her that's not my job. She doesn't know how to read a resale. So I'm guessing that the majority of her job at the previous place was she was told exactly what to type and what to put on there. Um, so it's really hard to find somebody good because what are you supposed to ask them in the interview? Are you fucking stupid? No? Okay, good. Um, it's really hard to
Man, y'all betting big money.
I don't know.
I'm
I
not betting
just
no 5 million coins. I will lose.
Oh,
Um,
and then she always claimed poverty, right? With, like the comment about Danielle and free medical care, and it must be nice. When we sent Steve out there to pick up her computer, big ass house out in the woods
oh
with a
yeah, her.
camper and
Okay.
jet skis and a bunch of other shit. That's like, bitch, are you kidding? Why are you crying fucking poverty? Give me a fucking break.
You only bet 10,000, Will. You didn't bet 2 million. Angela, as far as the kidney
I mean, I
stones
can see
go,
your post.
the pain is unbearable, yes. But the other thing that really sucks about it is you can't pee. You want to, but you can't. You might get a drop, turn around to walk away from the toilet, and then have to go right back to give it
So
one
I
more
wonder if that
drop.
would work if you laid down and peed. That way, gravity would keep the stones.
No.
No,
Kidney stones basically block the tube that allows you to be able to pee.
that's called your urethra.
Yes, that
Mm-hmm.
urethra. I've been drinking. I could call it umbrella and it'd be fine. And
No,
it
no.
doesn't, and it just stops that. And you're like, oh my God, I can't use the bathroom. And I tried all kinds of tricks, standing on my head, trying to shake the stone away from it. It just doesn't work.
No, and from what I heard, kidney stones actually microscopically look like little tiny.
Sweet gum balls, and they
I just
do.
call I just call them gumballs, but I was wondering if everybody else was gonna know what I'm talking about when I say a gumball.
Yes, sweet gum
um,
balls, like off of a pine tree. Um,
no, those are pine cones.
well, the whatever makes
Gum
sweet gum balls.
gumballs come from gumball trees.
Gumball
Fucking
trees.
fucking.
Gumballs come from gumball trees.
I hate gumballs. I'm
They're the
so
size of
glad.
rice. Maybe yours was. My ex-wife had one that was 12 millimeters, and another
So
one that was 10 millimeters.
women are
They had to
much
be sonically hit.
yeah much more able to pass kidney stones less painfully than men just because our plumbing is
Sweet
slightly
gum tree.
different.
There we go. So
Not those kind of gumballs.
the
These are like they're they're I'll
nine
get you a
millimeter.
picture of it and
So
show you what these
the
devil
ex-wife
things
that
are.
had to have hers because she had a 12 millimeter and a 10 millimeter, she had like 5 stones, so she had to have them sonically hit. And I will tell you guys, you think, oh, they're just putting sound through you, right? The bruise that she got from that looks like somebody beat the ever living crap out of her. And I was like, don't let the police come over here saying I beat on you. And I'll be like, hey, she got a sonic treatment because she was really bruised. That stuff hurts. That sonic thing to bust up the stones so that you can pass them. And the doctors, depending on the size of the stone, will give you some medicine that helps open your urethra so that hopefully you can pee them out.
Didn't hers fucking detach her fucking whatever
No,
tube
that
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 was?
didn't. That's not what caused that. But
Oh, okay.
I know my doctor told me, "Oh, yours are small enough. You should be able to pass them." Well, it wasn't until he gave me the medicine, and one of them was big enough that you know how a BB gun shoots? Yeah, la 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 la. Finally was able to pee a little bit, and next thing you know, boom! I thought I was gonna blow the back of the toilet out. But actually, that didn't happen there because they give you a screen.
So that
You
screenshot
got to
is
pee
what
into
a
a screen.
gumball is. And they're very dangerous to step on when you're wearing high heels. You'll break your neck.
I'm breaking up.
No, I said stepping on a gumball in high heels, you'll
Oh,
break your neck.
oh yeah. I'm not hammered.
I've never played pickleball. I've always wanted to play racquetball, but I never have.
We got those we got that cornhole set. I forgot where we got it from.
Still in the box.
It's still in the box, but the ones I got at Sam's Club now are really nice.
We
The
can put polyurethane on our own.
I think that's what it is. The new ones I got at Sam's Club are covered in polyurethane. It's very slick. I mean, they're like super slick. I like that because that means your bean bags will slide up into the hole. That's what she said.
Always want your bean bags to slide into the
And Angela's posts are missing all the vowels. Really?
No, they're fucking with her. Why they have to call it cornhole? Because the bags are made with corn. They
Well,
used to
they
be
were
called with
originally
corn.
made with corn kernels,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and now they use corn husks or something.
I mean, we did bring that one to Fly It for Gage. Took it out of the truck,
Yeah, never
set
opened the
it next to
box.
the camper,
We
and
had
when it
it.
was time to go, we packed it back up into the truck.
It's made a journey. It just never got opened or used. We were far too busy for that. I mean, we were too concerned with drinking and flying and having fun.
I like swimming.
Same way with the ice machine. We used it once and that was it. Plus, our camper was complete crap. So,
See, I mean, we're very close to the ocean, so we could go to Buckrow Beach and swim. You can go to Yorktown Beach and swim, even though the bottom of the bay is not, or the river at Yorktown is not. It's very rocky, and there's crabs. Buckrow's not bad. Instead of rocks and crabs, you get the occasional unexploded ordnance.
you can't swim,
And
Angela?
jellyfish.
See, I'm lucky in that respect. I give my mom credit. When I was
Where did it say she can't swim? It says she's going to start
I'm
swimming
going
now
to
that they're
start swimming. Well, I don't
yeah,
know.
now that they're close to a YMCA.
Because she says, I want to try. So,
Oh, she was talking about pickleball.
oh, okay, gotcha.
You said the word suck, and I don't think cuss words are blocked.
I didn't block anything. What was I talking about?
Did that work? Can you see that? I can see it. Fuck, fuck, fuckity, fuck. That didn't block it.
Wow.
Wow.
You just totally demonetized everything.
We're fucking demonetized anyway.
Anyways.
This show is not for people 18 and under.
This year you're getting healthy. Okay, Angela, you go, girl. You do what you got to do. I can stand behind that.
See, me and my friend Mitchell and Alex, who Alex is a dumbass, and I'm not really allowed to talk to him anymore because I'd yell at him for being a dumbass. We used to go to the beach all the time and play in the water. Like, who can stand on their head and not get over by a wave for longer? Or who can stay under the water and hold your breath? Or who could do as many backflips in a row in the water? And, yeah, we used to go down there and play like kids.
Well, Chucker, the only thing
kinda
I
feel
still
too old
play
for
is
that.
Call of Duty 6 right now. Munchkin hadn't even got back on there. We played Fallout one time, but we haven't been back on there. And they haven't added anything new yet. The new update's supposed to be pretty cool, but I don't want to be a ghoul, so that update sucked.
I haven't really seen anything that calls out to me that I want to play.
They have
And
a
what
couple
sucks
of cool
is
games.
that my Xbox is in the bedroom. So if I go back there to play video games, I'm just kind of back there all by myself, which is
Muppets.
kind of fucking boring. Not just Muppets, fucking Muppets. See,
Monogana.
that's too kind
Monogana.
for me.
Yeah, I think I got
just,
that one, Cloud Chucker. I haven't played it yet.
Bring me teepee for my bunghole. No, I get irritated at work because people act like we have a cleaning crew, So they'll leave their oatmeal crud all over the counter and in the sink, staples everywhere all over the floor.
Oh, thanks, Linda.
They don't pick up after themselves. Like there's some magic fucking cleaning fairy that's going to come in and do it. And it's like, even if we had a cleaning crew, you're an adult. Clean up after yourself. And if Jeff leaves the sponge in the sink one more fucking time, I'm going to hide it in his office because we know how sensitive his little nose is. And he's going to be like, what's that smell? I don't know. Could be a sponge that you left in the sink until it got all funky. Now you're gonna have to find out where it's at.
Well, thanks, Breeze. I just threw that on there for the heck of it. I
You
mean,
know they have ones that plug into the wall, Angela.
this is the way we camp. We camp out in the forest.
No, we don't. We camp
Well,
close to the forest because
I
there's
am
ticks.
I am
There's ticks in them
surprised
there woods.
that when we went to Spring Wing, I ended up with one tick that I know of on me that it had already bitten down and was properly drinking my blood.
I mean, he wasn't really attached all that well.
Munchkin got one tick, but it was crawling on her foot, so she was able to knock it off. Now I heard of
And he yelled at me because I didn't clean it, and I'm like that's the only fucking tick out here in this field that's gonna make a difference.
no, because you didn't kill it,
Hi,
not
Breeze.
clean it.
I said kill it.
You said clean
Didn't
it.
I? Oh well, I didn't kill it either. But yeah.
So now other people that were at the fly-in said that they pulled 3 ticks off of themselves, and I was like,
No, there's
how
no
are we
cleaning
even getting
fairy.
ticks? We were only in short grass. Ticks are usually in the higher grass and jump onto you when you go by them. And we were only in short grass. But Munchkin was sitting in her chair in our camp. And that one got on her foot.
Yeah,
So
he was cruising too. I didn't realize they were that fast.
he
was
literally
boogieing.
crawled up and got on her foot and was hauling butt across her foot. So, yeah.
But I did notice, right? Because I don't like bug spray because it's all greasy. It makes you feel funky. I got on Black Girl Shower TikTok somehow, and they use apparently body oil instead of like baby oil. So I bought some, and it's lemon scented, lemon cream, and I had used that all weekend,
Deep tastes
and
delicious.
I didn't get bit by any mosquitoes. So apparently,
Whoa. Did we lose internet completely?
I still see us.
Okay, now I got disconnected from chat. Now I'm back.
Oh, well, now it's buffering here, but
It'll come back in. Yeah, King Cobra, I just got hit with whatever and it totally
Oh, there we
buffered
go.
me out.
yes, I've seen the TikTok about the cleaning fairy house. I'll just leave the stuff on the table. It'll be gone in the morning. But these are grown ass people, and you know what irritates me the most is that I've made a comment about the staples that they're all over the floor. They're gonna fuck up the floor. They're all over the place. And she's like, yeah, I leave them there just for you. She still has made absolutely no fucking effort to clean up after herself, even after I've said something. And it's really, really making me irritated.
Ticks are nasty little fuckers. Yeah, I don't like ticks. Ticks leave marks on me that won't go away. Even the one that bit me, I'm still scratching that spot where it bit me. Munchkin thinks she got the head and everything out, but I don't know.
I'm still itching the spot on my toe where that ant bit
I
me in
hate them
fucking
little
March
son
in
of a
Florida.
guns.
The ticks, the part that bothers me about ticks is the ones that can give you that disease that I forgot the name of it, where it basically makes you allergic to
Rocky
meat.
Mountain spotted fever.
What's it called? The alpha gal. It triggers some enzyme after it bites you that basically makes you throw up when you eat meat.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I've had that
You've
before.
had it,
Will.
Will? See, that's why I said Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
Yeah. That's not nearly as bothersome to me as the
Ask me how
alpha
I
gal
know.
thing.
Lyme
Yes,
disease?
and Lyme disease. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about the Lone
the
Star
Lone
tick.
Star
The
tick. There you go.
alpha gal makes you allergic to meat.
My audio
And they said
keeps dropping
sometimes
out.
it can just go away, but sometimes it doesn't.
Let me see
That would be horrible. Being lactose intolerant would be one thing, but I'm sorry, I'm allergic to steak. That would suck.
That's
That would
weird because
suck
I
bad.
haven't dropped any frames at all.
No, it could just be our internet.
I don't know what's going on with my audio because it looks fine. I don't see any drop frames. I mean, my CPU's only at 4%. Go figure. You know what? I said I was going to run that damn cord when we came back from I don't know what, like
Mm-hmm.
Christmas. And the cord is, and that's another thing we can get done.
Oh
It
yeah,
just
now
dropped
your audio
again.
dropped out for me too.
Really?
Is your microphone plugged in? Now I just got that your internet connection is unstable.
Yeah, my microphone is plugged in. I think YouTube is coming after me because I'm vapor
Fuck,
lady
fuck, fuckity, fuck,
content
fuck,
that
fuck.
we hadn't even talked
Ain't
about
no
at all.
vapor-related content on here.
We didn't talk about nothing vapor related tonight.
Exactly, John Q. That would be awful. I already went through a period of my life where everything was turkey, so I had turkey burgers and turkey tacos, and I don't want to do that again.
A lifelong battle. Damn. I don't even know what kind of tick that was on you. It I don't think it was the bad ones, but
I don't know, it was a big fat one.
yeah. That was a big one. If it would have got into you, you wasn't gonna just yank
You
it
would have
out.
felt that motherfucker bite you. It was
Yeah.
big.
Well, they numb you up before they stick you. I've buffered twice, but no dropout there with Scott.
Hmm.
I don't know. I apologize for any connection issues. Doing what I can.
Which is
Oh,
absolutely
damn.
nothing. But
My computer, the liquid in it is down that far. If it drops about 3 more millimeters, it's not going to have any more. I gotta get more of that liquid.
that is a scare tactic. The only way to diagnose popcorn lung is by an autopsy.
Just
There have
adding
been
water to it
no
is not enough.
confirmed cases of anybody getting popcorn lung from vaping. The only people that have ever been diagnosed with popcorn lung worked at a popcorn factory and stood over top of the vats of the fucking butter that gives off the fumes of diacetyl, which there is more diacetyl in cigarettes than there is in e-liquid, and most companies that manufacture e-liquid do not include diacetyl anymore
Ah,
because of that.
I
There,
found
done.
I found the website where the nicotine strips that I speak of. They have grape, blueberry, mint, and mixed berries.
Oh, so they're flavored, huh?
Yes, they are flavored. There's 15 pieces in there. They're 2 milligrams
So are they like the
a
little
piece.
Listerine strips you stick on your tongue?
I don't know until I get some. And I told
Hmm.
him, I was like, dude, I can't really tell you about them if I haven't tried them. So I think they're going to send me some. So we'll find out. I think it's a great option for people that are not
I think
allowed
so too, Tony.
to vape at work or when you're in the store or something and you can't
Or on
vape.
an airplane.
Airplane, that would be a great time to use one of those strips. Boom, you put it in your mouth, you're good to go. You can't vape, you can put one of them strips in, you still get your nicotine fix, so you don't have those, oh my God, I need to vape. You'll be fine.
Hmm.
So I think those will work great for that. Even if you bought one pack and just used them as you needed to, because they're not cheap from what I see.
And just tossed it in your bag or something.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean we get the because he's cute, John Q. Um, and he's tall and can reach stuff for me, and he can fix things.
Oh.
Certainly not for his.
Oh, so
Um,
you're telling Tony why you keep me, not why I keep you. Okay.
no, Tony said that I was pretty smart. Now I know why Scuba keeps you.
Right.
And then John Q said, but why does she keep him?
Oh,
And
did
I
she?
said, because you were
Oh,
cute and you can fix things and you can reach things up high for me.
sounds like I'm finally starting to come around.
Yeah. It's certainly not because he likes to keep all of the countertops and tables clean in our house.
Okay, I
Um,
do stack up a lot of stuff. I am a collector of things. I wouldn't say a hoarder per se.
He makes it his life mission to cover every available horizontal surface in stuff.
If I had room to put stuff, there would not be an issue.
No, that it's called your organizational skills suck ass.
That I will agree
That
with.
and you're a slob. So like he'll open like
Not a
he'll,
slob.
he'll open his Amazon shit, right?
Just because I
And
spill
then
stuff.
just toss the packaging on the table and then leave the box on the counter and then go about his business. Even though there's a trash can right there. He will make himself his little Kool-Aid drinks and set the package on the counter directly above the trash can.
When have you seen me ever leave one of those in the last 8 months?
The last time you made one, there was one laying on the counter.
Nope, wasn't me.
Yeah, yes, it was you.
Wasn't me.
It was you. You and me are the
always.
only people that live here, sir. It was you.
Oh, here? I thought you were talking about at work.
No.
No, here I just throw them wherever the hell I want.
Yes, I know because I clean
No,
up
I throw them
behind
away
you.
usually, unless if I'm making food at the same time I'm making one of those drinks, I might forget to throw the package away.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Yeah. And good
Whoa.
Lord, when he cooks, holy shit. He does not realize that you don't have to cook everything on 11.
And Munchkin
So,
thought it was okay to throw
every
pistachio
single-
shells all over the damn ground.
We were outside in a field. Yes, that's perfectly
At
acceptable.
an airport. Yeah, because everybody else wants to walk around barefooted on top of pistachio shells.
You know what? They don't need to be under our fucking tent barefoot. Get out.
Or you could just throw them in the trash.
Or how about no?
There you go. So don't blame me for
he's not a
one little
hoarder.
package.
He's just fucking disorganized. Like his office, he's got multiple drawers that if he puts things in an organized way, like all your tools don't belong in there. That's what we have a basement and toolboxes
I have
for.
too many tools
Put
to put
those
them just
down there. And then you could put your office stuff in the drawers. Mail, when it comes in and you realize that it's junk mail, don't just shove it in a drawer or throw it on the counter. Throw it away. He doesn't do that. Yes, everything he cooks to
running
11.
out of ice,
Fucking
running out of water
grease
to make
splatter
ice.
everywhere. Yeah.
Stay tuned. I hope you're not keeping score, Breeze. You know what my
everything
next
he cooks
project
on
I
11.
want to do, and Munchkin already knows this, but I haven't decided to jump into it yet. I want to powder coat stuff.
Uh-huh.
Now, the problem with powder coating is you need an oven to cure said powder coated object.
He doesn't cook stuff in the oven, trash bag. Now, see, I'm the type of person like pizza rolls. I like them crunchy.
She wants crunch. She wants burnt pizza
I
rolls.
want them motherfuckers to be exploded, and I want them crunchy. Don't bring me no soggy ass pizza rolls. No, everything he cooks on the stove, grease everywhere, all over the fucking place.
If we played the newlywed game, we'd do pretty good at it, Paramom. I know most of the stuff that she likes and dislikes, which there's way more dislikes than there is likes. I'll tell you that right now. I don't want no onions. I want no peppers. I don't want crap on my stuff. She's happy with cheese pizza. I'm just saying.
No, I like pepperoni, but when I send you to 7-Eleven, the reason I tell you to get the cheese pizza at 7-Eleven is because for some reason there's way more cheese on that than there is on the pepperoni one.
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Munchkin does not like the red sauce that's on pizza. There's too much of it. She wants cheese and bread. That's what she wants. She don't want no damn pizza. She wants cheese and bread.
If I'm eating a piece of pizza and I bite into it and the sauce squirts out the side of the cheese, it will make me gag. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I will completely own this. I have lifted up the cheese on my pizza and taken a napkin and wiped that shit off before. Because that's gross. That's too much sauce. It doesn't need to be that saucy. I don't. Nope,
This pizza's in the
not
deli at
for me.
Walmart. I don't know
I've never
about.
tried Walmart pizza, but the
I have not.
7-Eleven pizza reminds me of the skating rink pizza. It's pretty good.
Hot Pockets, Cloud Chucker. Yeah, of course, we have Hot Pockets here in the U.S. And yes, they make pizza flavored ones.
I prefer the ham and cheese ones. I don't like saucy pizza.
They should be run to the bathroom pockets because that's what they make you do when you eat them. I'm just saying.
Hot Pockets have never given me that problem.
Well,
How many Hot Pockets are you eating?
I'm just from what I've heard from most people, I haven't really noticed it, but I'm sure that Hot Pocket could make you run to the bathroom.
I mean, yes, tomato sauce needs to be on pizza, but not so much that it squirts out when you take a bite. That's too much.
Yeah, she likes a thin coating of the tomato sauce.
Yeah.
She wants
There
light
should be
sauce.
there should be no Dino's, which is a really, really good pizza place around here. Not only do they use copious amounts of sauce, their sauce is more closely related to straight up spaghetti sauce than it is pizza sauce, and that's too much.
And it never fails. If I tell them, hey, put light red sauce on the pizza, they put extra sauce
Oh my
on
god,
there.
that one time you went to fucking Little Caesars and asked them for light sauce.
Yeah.
I think they misread that.
I
Because
think
they
they
loaded
did
that
too.
shit
They
with sauce.
loaded that thing down with sauce. I'm like, damn, dude. Light sauce
Now
does not
there's a
mean
place
more sauce.
in Norfolk called Chicho's that you know how I add white pepper to my spaghetti sauce, so it's kind of spicy. They do that for their pizza sauce, so it's a spicy pizza. It's good. Chicho's is actually tasty.
So I think it's funny because we
I
went to
like
Sam's
white
Club
pizza.
tonight and we got pizza at Sam's Club, pepperoni pizza at Sam's Club, which 2 pieces of Sam's Club pizza filled me up. I could not believe that. I'm like,
Well, because one of those slices was about the size of a half a fucking pizza.
yeah,
Or a
it
half a
covered
pizza.
my entire plate. That one slice. I'm like, damn. I thought they cut these things even. How do we start talking about pizza?
I don't know, but I'm not unhappy about it. Pizza is good.
Munchkin.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it
call it Little
spurred off
Caesars too.
of the wedding game, the newlywed game.
Oh yeah. Um, he likes Little
I
Caesars.
did get some shoes though.
I could take it or leave it. I am a fan of white pizza. I like white pizza. Tony's like, damn, now I want pizza. I have been having a craving for a chicken critter salad from Texas Roadhouse with honey mustard dressing. It sounds really good. I want one.
I got some invisible shoes. These are
I mean, I've
Skechers
never really had bad pizza.
Skechers Swift Fit shoes that they had at Sam's. These are the taupe color, the only color they had in my size.
We can't see them. They have disappeared.
Which is a size 12.
Yeah, and they're gone again.
So these, you don't have to tie any shoelaces. They just slide on. I think these will work great. They have good tread on there. You could fly in these and go to work in them.
But there's lots of things I do like. I like shrimp. I like crab legs. I like Alfredo sauce. I make my own Alfredo sauce and it's delicious.
Those shoes are like $40 at Sam's Club. I
Ooh,
thought they
I
were on
found
sale,
these-
but
I found these things at Sam's Club, the seafood. It's like a vacuum sealed pack of. It's got a bunch of scallops with a couple pats of garlic butter on one side, and then on the other side, it's got a bunch of shrimp with some vacuum packed
Hey,
garlic
Vector.
butter.
hey,
And
Victor, who am I?
yeah, you just peel it open and throw it in a frying pan, and it's delicious. Yum yum yum.
Let's see if he knows who I am. Or if
Yes,
he
she
even
wants
sees me.
breadsticks, Tony. Who doesn't?
Ooh, breadsticks are good.
Where are you ordering pizza from?
I'm pretty sure the next time when I make those steaks, they're going to be off the chain because I got some some good rub that's just salt, pepper, and garlic,
And
which
when
is
did you
perfect.
sneak in a case of Michelob Ultra?
You didn't see that?
I saw it when I was scanning shit.
Well, because I told you I wanted to go to the beer aisle, and I didn't want to get Bud Light because it was canned. The only bottles they had was either Yingling or Michelob Ultra. And
Okay.
Yingling's good, but I like Michelob Ultra better, so I went with Michelob Ultra. And it
Well,
was
I got
cheaper.
I got a case of Shock Top that's got three. It's got a lemon shandy. It's got the regular Belgian wheat, and then it's got one other flavor in it.
Yeah.
They
I
sound
don't
good.
think we've ever tried that, so hopefully you like it.
I've had it before.
Oh, okay. I really like the Mountain Dew hard seltzers. Those are good. Those are delicious. If y'all haven't tried
It's not really a recipe, Breeze.
the Mountain Dew
Um,
ones.
it's called a shitload of butter, an entire bag of Parmesan cheese, and like half a container of or not half and half of heavy cream, the big container. Um, is it
Angela,
four?
I hook
Yeah.
it up. When I make steak or any kind of meat like that, I hook the
Yeah.
garlic up because the
So
garlic makes it taste
you
so
do
much
the
better.
heavy cream and the butter, and you get that all nice and bubbly, and then you add the cheese
Right,
little
Scott?
by
I
little.
agree.
So whatever Alfredo recipe you find, just use the entire bag of cheese.
I
I
will
don't
say
care what it says, just add the whole bag of cheese.
that cooler I got that's 12-volt powered that I have plugged into the wall right now is the bomb. Our drinks, like our Dr. Peppers that
Don't
we get,
stop stirring though,
are
Breeze. That's
freaking
don't do that.
colder than our fridge. They're so cold when you take them out of there. It ain't no joke. And the thing is silent. You can't even hear it running. I like that little cooler. And it was dirt cheap when I bought it, which they're still pretty cheap. And it's like a 45 quart cooler.
Start Tuesday. It's a holiday weekend.
I'm I'm getting healthy starting tomorrow. Procrastinator.
I mean, you can never have too much cheese.
I've done the
See,
same
my
thing,
my
Angela.
thing is when I followed the recipe and put in the amount of cheese that they called for, it was too watery. Um, Now as it cools, it's going to get a lot thicker, and Alfredo does not reheat um, unless you add more cream and butter. You're basically making a new batch. So
King Cobra, I've never been a fan of most IPAs. There's some that I like, but it's very rare. Most of the
all
IPAs I don't
IPAs
care.
are too hoppy. They're gross.
They're
I don't
very
like them.
hoppy to me. Yeah, I don't like that really hoppy. Now when we went to that show where our boss was hosting, they had some really good IPAs there. I drank them all, and they
That
were high
wasn't
in
an
alcohol
IPA.
content.
What you were drinking was a cherry cider, not an
That
IPA.
cherry cider had higher alcohol content than most beers you can buy. I think it was 7.9 or something. It was a really high alcohol content. I was like, yes, more, please. I was wearing that because it was on draft. They literally had a truck that had draft spouts on the side of it. You could just walk up and fill your cup up. And I was wearing that thing out. It was empty. I was like, more, more. That stuff was good. It had a really good cherry flavor to it. And I don't remember that. I took a picture of it, which I probably have somewhere buried on my computer because I know it's not on my phone. My phone was
So
full. So,
I don't think we're ever going to
hey,
find that
Chevy.
because I think that was a cider that was made specifically by that brewery and is not commercially available.
Well, I agree with the whiskey, Tony. I mean, liquor's quicker. So, I enjoy liquor more than anything. Um,
I don't
but
like Blue Moon because it's got too much of a citrusy flavor to
when
me.
you have a long weekend like this weekend, Memorial
Purple
Weekend,
Haze is pretty good though. Hey Chevy.
beer is cool to have. I don't mind. So I'm going to put some of that in the cooler probably tonight or tomorrow. and let that cool down. And that'll be good to have while I'm tearing up the deck out there.
Beer makes me pee a lot, and I don't drink it all the time, but occasionally I get in the mood for one, especially where hot wings are involved. We've got a new wing place that's supposed to be opening up. Good night, Will. Literally right on the exit to our neighborhood.
See you, Will.
So I hope that's actually going to be a good restaurant instead of a drug front. But
Trash bag, you got to fly recently? Just wondering, because haven't seen you at any fly-ins or anything.
yeah, but that's
so-
like lemonade, Scott. It's supposed to be Blue Moon. I don't.
You may have went to Bad
I
Apples.
do like the
Hell, I
purple
wouldn't
haze
know,
though.
because I didn't go to Bad Apples. Meh.
Oh,
I'll be
awesome.
a shore to shore though.
Awesome, Chevy. Have a good Memorial Day.
Which reminds me, Memorial Day, Langley will be closed. Well, they should be closed starting now, actually, but we'll see. Because the jets were definitely flying today.
You lost weight over the winter, and now you're too light for the.
You're too light for your wing?
We have a fix for that. I'm just saying. You could
Wait.
put. You could put the strappable leg weights.
And who
You can put-
loses
you can
weight
put
over
those-
the winter? That's when you
Right?
gain weight.
You gotta fatten up like a bear. What the hell are you doing, trash bag?
So you're too light for your wing, or do you
I guess
need
I
to do
found
a
it.
hang check and move your hang point on your harness? I mean, I guess your wing is too big. I'll never be too light for my wing. I guarantee that.
Tim, you lost 30 pounds. See, that's what I need to do.
30 pounds is one click on your harness. You move it one notch and you're good.
I have not, Cloud Chucker. The new Mission Impossible. We finally finished.
Is it already on Netflix? Damn.
We binge watched the last 4 episodes of The Reacher of that first season. That
Yep.
man is a fine specimen of human being.
It showed that he did a live shooting of Reacher inside the Cubs stadium, wherever the Cubs play. So I thought that was pretty cool. There's some pictures on Facebook of him and the chick, not the white chick that he was hanging out with in Georgia, but one of the other chicks. 28-meter Spider 3. And you was 200 pounds. Okay, so I have a 27-meter BGD Magic. Now, the Spider 3 is one of the lighter
Sure, John Q,
material
I'm
weight
okay with it.
wings. They come up really quick. They look like great wings, and 28-meter would be perfect for me because I'm more in the 250 range. And even if I
Never heard of
lose
that.
weight, the lowest I'll ever get is 205. And then I look like I've been doing crack. So I don't
Not
want to get any
quite, but
lighter than that. But 220 is where I should be. 215, 220, I think would be ideal weight for me. But my wing handles me at 240, 250, no problem. Hadn't even had to change my hang point, which is great.
Okay. Whatever you say, John Q. He's swollen in all the right places. That's all I got to say. Now I will pause to say that is completely unrealistic, and I cannot imagine how hard he has to work to stay looking like that.
Whoa. I will say, he
But it's
did
nice to look
say
at.
the whole first season of Reacher, he did not use any steroids or anything like that.
No, but he had to work out
This-
constantly to
yes,
stay
he
looking
did.
like that.
The additional seasons, he did use steroids and other types of drugs to keep him that big. So
Yeah, I don't.
there you go.
Oh wait, I hear taps.
You hear what? A cat.
Taps.
Oh,
10
they're playing
o'clock.
it now? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. That means it's time for us to go. When Langley
Yeah,
plays taps.
Angela, I've seen other pictures of him online, and okay, it's kind of like the dude Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, right? Viggo Mortensen.
You wish. Stop begging.
In Lord of the Rings, when he's all dirty and covered in grime.
Good. We
I think it was
still
a
have to
comedy.
watch the rest of Reacher. And Munchkin will binge watch it. If it gets really good, she'll be like, all right, we got to watch next episode.
Yeah, but I can't watch stuff like that on a work night, like right before bed, because it gets me all amped up, then I can't sleep. Yeah, I do like chocolate stouts, but they get really gross fast once they start to get warm.
Well, I hope everybody has an excellent Memorial Weekend, honoring all our fallen soldiers. And we are going to cook out and work out this weekend. Yeah, we're going to do all kinds of out stuff, working out and cooking out. I think it's good. I
did tell him that he was a golden retriever trying to make a house cat do golden retriever energy activities when he drugged me to that fly-in.
And we're going to burn the wood that I break up. We have a fire. All right. Yeah, we're going to burn all the wood that we break up from our deck in our fire pit. Because why not? It needs to get a workout. And any nails that are in there are just going to fall to the bottom of the fire pit, and I'll pick them up from there. Love fire, right? Right, Tony? I get it.
Maybe there will be lizards under there.
There could be.
Obtain new pets.
Thank you, Breeze. All right, y'all have a great weekend, and we will catch y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye.